Have you ever had a bad day? I'm just kidding. Of course, all of us have experienced bad days in the past, and we will certainly also experience bad days in the future. It is just part of our lives. And sometimes we don't even need to have a specific reason of why we are feeling bad feelings or heavy feelings. Sometimes it is just the way we feel that day, and we need to be okay with that as well. I think oftentimes we get the portrait from social media that in other people's lives everything is always super positive and super fun and super exciting, and we probably compare ourselves to these people as well. And then we think, wow, they always have super fun times and they always do amazing things, and my life is so gray and so unfulfilling. And so I want to first of all say that that is not the case, because we are all experiencing bad days, but we don't really talk about it. So in today's video, I want to share with you a couple of my tools that I use when I'm having a bad day, and I want to help you to create a bad day protocol. So when you are experiencing a bad day in the future, you know exactly what to do. So with that said, let's get started. Hi, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Julia Arndt, and I'm a peak performance coach and stress management trainer. I am very excited to talk with you today about what to do when you are having a bad day, because I am not feeling super great today. I am feeling like I'm having a bad day, honestly, and it's an obviously pretty interesting time to record this video, but I thought, well, this is probably the best time to record this video, because I can speak more from my experience and more about the feelings that I am feeling right now. And there's nothing specific that happened in my life today that makes me feel this way. The sun is shining outside, I went to the gym this morning, I did my morning routine, all of these different things that usually help me to kickstart my day and feel great. But today is just one of these days where I have a lot of negative thoughts and where I'm just feeling not 100% myself. And I think one of the first things that we oftentimes do when we are experiencing these more heavy feelings is that we are painting the wall black. And what I mean by that is that when we're having really happy days or when we're having just normal days, we don't really think about it. But as soon as we're having a bad day, we over-exaggerate it, or we are putting a lot more emphasis on that day than we should. Because bad days are just as much a part of our lives as good days are as well. So the first thing that I remind myself of when I'm having a bad day is that it is totally okay to feel this way. And the most important thing when you are having a bad day, when you are experiencing a bad day right now, is that you are gentle with yourself and that you are practicing self-care. And self-care for me, first and foremost, is about saying no to the things that you might have committed to today, but you don't really feel like doing them because your energy is just off and you don't feel like maybe doing anything at all. And that is okay as well, because sometimes that is a sign that you actually need to slow down and you need to take care of yourself in order to show up better tomorrow. So the first thing that I want you to remember if you are experiencing a bad day today is that to simply accept that you're having a bad day. It's totally okay to feel this way, and it is not helpful to get frustrated by the fact that you're having a bad day or that you're experiencing heavy feelings. It might be a sign that you just need to slow down a little bit today, because rest is super important and it is important that you're taking care of yourself. So accept that you are having a bad day. It's not going to be the end of the world, and tomorrow or even 2 hours from now it might look completely different. I think this is one of the experiences I've had many times over my lifetime, and paying more attention on heavy days and good days is that oftentimes we might feel like we are having a bad day, but then 2 or 3 hours later our mood can have already completely changed. So just take the feelings as they are right now and don't overemphasize them, or don't even go down this rabbit hole of I'm feeling so bad and I'm feeling so heavy. It's just what it is, right? And sometimes there's nothing really that we can do about it. But obviously I am recording this video today because I do want to share a couple of different things with you of what you can do when you're having a bad day. So first of all, accept that you're having a bad day and focus on yourself. Self-care is obviously super, super important when you are experiencing heavy feelings. And it is important that you remember as well that it is okay to say no to others in order to take care of yourself. So if you're having a super, super busy day at work today, or you're having some kind of commitment and you're not really looking forward to it, it is absolutely okay to cancel and to say, hey, listen, today is not the day. I'm having a bad day and I just want you to know that I would really love to see you, but let's reschedule to another time. So this can be self-care as well. Self-care is not just about all of these different practices that I constantly talk about in my videos. It is also about setting boundaries with other people and listening to what you need in this moment. And then finally, I think it is super important to drop expectations. I think especially as peak performers, we always have super high expectations of ourselves, of what we should be doing, all of the things that we need to get done during the day. And that obviously creates a lot of tension. And if you can just let go of these expectations for a day, then it might be easier for you to just flow through the day that might seem or feel a little heavier than other days. And one of the exercises that I really like to do when I'm having a bad day is to really write down what I need to get done. So for today, I really wanted to record this video because my production team needs this video 48 hours before it goes live. And I really couldn't procrastinate on this video any longer. Even though I'm having a bad day though, I am sitting here and I'm recording this video because it's important for me that you're obviously watching this new content and that it is online. And that is my number one priority today. After I am recording this video today, I'm probably not going to do much else because I just feel like I need to take care of myself. I want to eat some good food. I'm going to meet some friends later on this afternoon. I'm going to be outside. And I think those are all things that will probably help me to get out of my rut, especially this one up here, and just enjoy myself. So if you are experiencing a bad day today, ask yourself the same question. What is maybe one thing that I absolutely need to get done today in order to have this peace of mind and feel maybe a little bit more accomplished? And maybe the answer is, well, if I really think about it, there's really nothing I need to do today in order to feel better. I can actually move everything to tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, and I just cut myself some slack and I'm just going to cancel everything that I had planned today and I'm just going to focus on myself for a day. And that is totally okay as well. One of the things that I, for example, did this morning was when I was journaling, which I always do every morning, I was writing a list of things that I need to get done before the end of the year. And sometimes it really helps me. I'm a total list person and it helps me to just write down all of these different things to keep my mind occupied and also keep my mind occupied about the things that are positive and the things that I have going on in my life. So usually I always finish my journal entry with 3 or 5 things that I feel grateful for, because it is important that we are shifting our perspective on a bad day from all of the things that kind of weighing us down to the things that are actually really going well in our lives. And so gratitude is always really a super powerful tool to pause and reflect, hey, I know that I'm having a bad day today, but honestly, I am having so many good things going for me and so many amazing people are surrounding me on a day-to-day basis, and there's really no other reason for me to feel this way. And you know, there's this balance between, okay, I'm feeling bad and I'm having a bad day, and at the same time just, you know, letting go of the bad feelings. So now that you have written your list, or maybe that one item that you need to do, obviously get it done or put the list aside and let it be there until tomorrow, because maybe there's nothing else that you need to do today except taking care of yourself. And this is where I want to talk with you a little bit more about different tools that I use on days where I'm having a bad day. And I find this super helpful to prepare or even think about, because when you are experiencing a bad day in the future, you can kind of take this list and you have still somewhat of a routine in place that will help you to just be gentle with yourself, right? And I'm going to repeat myself, but it's honestly just so important to remember that we are all experiencing bad days from time to time, and it's totally okay. So there's a few things that I did already this morning in order to really take care of myself. First of all, I sat down and I journaled. I had a really nice breakfast. I talked to a friend briefly, and then I went to the gym in order to take care of my body. And this is really something that usually always helps me. Exercise is a huge part of my life, and I love to move my body. It obviously makes me feel better about myself. And when I left the gym today, I still felt not 100%, but I was still proud of myself for getting it done. And then when I got home, I obviously prepared in order to sit here in front of the video. And that honestly helped me as well. I thought it was really powerful to have that realization of sometimes when you're already feeling kind of meh and then you also look that way, I feel like it's just exacerbating that feeling. So if you feel like you're having a bad day, maybe take a shower and take care of yourself, make yourself look pretty, because it is really, really helpful to kind of physically help yourself to get out of that rut. I think it's super, super powerful. So both exercise and making yourself feel good and look good can be a huge game changer. Another thing that I like to do is to see my friends. I love my friends. My friends are really wonderful people, and it always helps me to hang out with them. So for the rest of the day, I actually don't have any other big plans. I am going to cancel everything that I have planned for the rest of my workday. I'm going to do it tomorrow and on Friday. But I really want to make sure that I'm just taking care of myself and I'm having some good food and I'm spending time with my friends, because that usually helps me to really feel better about myself. Another thing that I like to do when I'm having a bad day is to meditate and to sleep. Oftentimes I realize when I'm having a bad day is that my energy is pretty low and I'm feeling a little bit tired. And oftentimes when I feel a little bit tired, my mood is a little bit lower, which is kind of interesting, right? And there's obviously scientific insights into why that is happening, right? But when we're already feeling low energy, obviously it might be related to a lack of sleep. Maybe you didn't sleep super well the previous nights and you just need to relax a little bit. Usually I think our body's already trying to give us signals of what we need in the moment, and bad days are just as important as good days in order for us to take a pause and just reflect on what we need in the moment to re-energize ourselves. So I love to lay down and just do a guided meditation. I usually fall asleep, and it usually is a sign for me that I haven't had enough sleep and that I needed some sleep in order to feel better. And finally, I know that I'm giving you a lot of different tips and tools on what you can do if you are having a bad day. But one thing that I want to say is that maybe you don't feel like doing anything today, and that is absolutely okay as well. Some days when I'm having a bad day, I literally go to bed, take some comfort food and just watch a movie, and that's all I want to do. I don't want to see anyone, I don't want to speak to anyone, I don't want to do anything, I just want to be by myself. And again, because I'm saying to you, you need to be gentle with yourself, that is super, super important as well. So I hope that I could give you a couple of insights and maybe a little bit of hope that even though you are having a bad day today, it might look already very, very different in a few hours from now, or hopefully at least tomorrow. And even if you are going through a streak of a few bad days at a time, to my experience, those will pass as well. So trust the process, trust the timing of your life, and love yourself. If you want to learn more about how to practice self-love, make sure to check out this video on my YouTube channel. And otherwise, I just wish you a beautiful day and I hope that you take care of yourself. Thank you so much for watching this video today. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Leave me a comment down below and let me know how you are feeling today. And I really hope to see you in one of my next videos.